called him Baba Yaga, the boogeyman.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and yes, I do need a haircut. Maybe I'll get one next week. But today we're going to be talking about something going on in Apex Legends in terms of the new legends coming to the game. Now, it's always awesome and exciting when we get a new one at the beginning of the season. However, we're reaching a boiling point where it's getting a little cluttered, lore is actually getting dragged down, and sometimes it feels more that it's about the legends' abilities rather than how good you are using a weapon in this game. So we're going to go over the future ones coming in, how it will impact that, and some other information that you guys should probably know. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe, as always. But without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So Apex Legends has come a long way since 2019 when it released. Some of you might remember that we only had 8 legends when the game came out: Bloodhound, Gibraltar, Lifeline, Pathfinder, Wraith, Bangalore, Caustic, and Mirage. And then eventually we got season 1 with Octane, then season 2 with Watson, and season 3 with Crypto. And to this day, we now have an immense amount of legends, as you can see here, but it has caused a couple of balancing issues, such as Seer, who used to be one of the most overpowered characters, now dropping to having the lowest pick rate and completely removed from any part of the game. And while a lot of people are happy that Seer was knocked off his pedestal and no longer valid or important in the comp scene, nor apparently in the public lobby scene, it does actually create a little bit of an issue. Let me go ahead and let Mande, who's an absolutely amazing former pro player from Europe, go ahead and give his take right here on it right now.
I don't watch scrims or anything, Donk. I literally can't. It's so boring, dude. Why? It's so boring, dude. Scrims is like wall, smoke, wall, smoke. Oh, he has a digi. I died. Unlucky.
Our vision for Apex is that we want it to be 95% shooter and 5% ability, no more than that at all.
It is 75% ability now and 25% shooter. Sometimes simple is better. It feels like abilities are too strong. They need to stop pumping legends out. They need to stop doing it. I playtested. I gave them a bunch of feedback and stuff they need to change about the game and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, there's a bunch of red spots that's not going to be good. The outside of the circle here is not good. You need to remove, like, you know, and then they don't get you back again.
Now, as you can see, he obviously feels that legend abilities have become way too strong in the game of Apex Legends. He said, me personally, it ruins the game. It makes it not fun anymore. He asked Respawn to stop pumping out new legends. And Respawn devs have actually said they'd slow their roll on adding new legends. And we've seen that. We got the brand new Revenant Reborn, which was a fix of the old character, which is absolutely fantastic. And we know that in the near future, there's actually going to be a Lifeline Reborn as well. Should be coming in around season 22. That's going to have unique abilities, such as the drone will follow you around. You get a reverse horizon ult that launches enemies away from you. Overall, I think that is the way that Respawn needs to start going in the future with rebuilding the rosters. There's a ton of legends listed here coming in the future. Oz gives us Gibraltar V1, which I'm not sure if that's an upgrade version like Reborn or if it's just a whole new legend, but there's Tinkerer, Flux, Lifeline Reborn, Cave, and Artemis. Also, Cave is the only one whose ability we know where he can actually teleport through walls. Very similar to what Ashe was leaked to have when they first released. Along with that, there's a lot of other legends that are found in leaks, such as Scryer, who actually has the ability to view a death cam of people who have been knocked, which is a crazy ability. You have Uplink, who has a shield satellite where you can release a satellite that follows allies to regenerate their shields and revive. This is basically a huge upgrade over Lifeline. You have Phantom, who can do a hook shot to a wall and hang on it for a short time and a passive double jump. And this was originally actually thought to be Fade from the mobile version coming over to the game, but it turns out it was actually an early test of Revenant Reborn. You even got Jester from Titanfall 2, who's an awesome looking, cool kind of character that has a drop pod that he can literally launch from the sky. Obviously, you see some legends there that were tested that came to the game, such as Conduit, Newcastle, Vantage, and Catalyst, all before they actually ended up doing. Oh, and Caliber was ballistic, interestingly enough. But we're reaching this point where there's just way too many things going on in the game. Not to mention the visual clutter, which is absolutely horrible with all these abilities going off, but it doesn't feel like legends just have the same impact they did when they got released in earlier seasons. For instance, Revenant and Loba are a very cool legend dynamic and have a very interesting backstory. The downside is we are finally getting the last kill code episode on Monday. There is going to be a trailer for the new Uprising Collection event, and it is very cool that we are finally getting a conclusion to these two legend stories. However, it has been 15 seasons since they were introduced, and we're finally wrapping it up. We're still waiting on the conclusion to Crypto and Mila, his sister's story, which has been teased a little bit, but that's been going on even longer since season 3. You have new legends coming in like Vantage and her mom that were stranded on a weird planet and then her mom goes to prison. That happened back in season 14. I don't think Vantage has been included in any lore whatsoever, at least not in the mainstream sense. So you're adding all these characters in and we're finishing backstories from legends from 15 seasons ago, meaning that most of the people that were hyped when Vantage came into the game probably will never see the conclusion of her story and will move on to other things. Same thing with Conduit. I think her legend ability kit is very interesting and very unique, and she brings a certain flavor to the game, but once again, she has released, she gets a high pick rate, and then she just disappears. It's also exasperating the collection events that we get. Now, we get 24 skins in these events, epics and legendaries. Not all of them are actually skins. There's a lot of banner frames, gun charms, weapon skins, so on and so forth. We're nearing the point of having 24 legends, meaning that you might have a favorite character and they're not going to get a skin. We don't even know if we're ever going to get any of the trackers again, but I would hope that we do. And I think what Respawn needs to do is actually slow down on the release of legends like Mande is saying and go more into the releasing of weapons and balancing the meta of the game. Because I do believe that a weapon makes the season way more interesting and changes the game far more than a legend ever will, because eventually, like Seer, they just get nerfed and then not played, and now you just don't even see him in the lobbies. It's a complete waste. And they already made the money off Seer's high pick rate by selling his heirloom, so I don't know if we'll ever see a prestige skin. And I am concerned because I do think they are going to continue to pump out new legends, because mainly it hypes up a new season almost more than anything else. But also, if you don't release a new legend, well, you can't make a new heirloom. That's probably Respawn's most profitable thing in the entire game. But I think right now we're on a dangerous precedent where we're getting continually new legends that are causing more issues in the game with balancing issues, rather than fixing the core components of the game that makes it a great, fun FPS. But that's just my opinion. Let me know down below. Are you guys excited for future legends, or do you think that they should take a step back and work on refining and making sure that the older legends are more viable and balanced well in this game? Also, don't forget to check out the channel right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing Apex Legends content. And until next time, legends, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.